It's time to go racing in the Irish Hills of Michigan for the second chase race of the Gatorade Cup Series, season number 8. We are here at the Michigan International Speedway for the Pure Michigan 400. Some fast speeds at this racetrack, just like we saw at Pocono. It should be a fun race here this afternoon to kick off the second race of the chase. Jeff Brent, the 5, has the pole, past champion of the series. 2's outside another champion, Griffin in the 7. Then third we have Steve Larker, 4th is Landon Lyons, and running out the top 5 is Levi Shones. And Carter Friesen in 6th, Chaser, Cole Luigi 7th, Jake Galloway in 8th. 9th we have Danny Lloyd and Dale Lightning rounding out the top 10. There's only one Chaser starting inside the top 10 here today. The rest of the field, Zachary Fitzhar Sr., who's inside Matt as well. Then Phineas Law and Max Harrison, 2 Chasers. Then we have Keegan Thompson and Eli Bright. Behind them, Stephen Taylor, Chaser with Joe Jefferson in the 39. And there's Tim Gary with Alexander Rowe in the 33. Then we have Chaser Trip McGinnis, who's inside. It's TJ Hanley in the 8, who won his first Gatorade Cup Series career race here at Michigan back in season number 4 in this race. Then we have Chaser Sebastian Kukulon, who's outside the 12 of Roberto Rivera. Then there's Anthony Hernandez and Anton Charlebois, along with Josh Crash the Chaser and Luke Rainey. Then we have Derek Hamill and Patrick Smith the Chaser. Behind them, Diego Yepez and Lawrence Palapon, Chaser, who won at Pocono. He does have the points lead coming into this race. Then Jacob Davison, a Chaser, with Greg Torres in the 10. And we have Justin Lightning and Adam McDowell. Behind them, Nathan Stapleton with Ryan Taylor. And there's Chaser Jay Jefferson, Chaser Charles Roberts. And in the final row, John Sweeper, the 13, who's outside the 83 of Oliver Galloway. So there's our Ford car field for the Pure Michigan 400. Let's get it going with our starting command. And a great command to fire these engines up for the second chase race of the season here at Michigan. We saw a crazy and wild first chase race at Pocono. We saw a lot of crashes, a lot of bang and bang, a lot of chasers involved in accidents. Ended up with Lawrence Palapon in victory lane, and with the points lead coming out of the race, Cole Luigi second in points, Max Harrison third in points. Luigi is the only chaser here today who starts inside the top 10. He'll roll off 7th. But can Jeff Brent, Griffin Lynn, 2 past champions of the series, win again in season 8? It's been over 2 seasons for Jeff Bright since he's been to victory lane. Griffin Lynn won just a few races ago, and you have other past champions like Cole Luigi, who hasn't won since season 6, along with TJ Hanley, who won earlier in the season at Dover. 30 laps around this 2-mile oval in the Irish Hills of Michigan. Jeff Bright, Griffin Lynn, 2 champions of the Gatorade Cup Series. Leaders to the green flag. It's out. We're racing in the Pure Michigan 400. Levi Shones in the 17 leads lap 1, but Carter Friesen a horrible first lap. He's not been too happy with Michigan in the past. He's wrecked hard here. He's had injuries here, and Michigan was not nice to him here on the first lap. He dropped many positions. He's 3 wide falling back. He's still falling back in the 38. His mate Steve Larker joins him on the outside. Jake Galloway, the 11, grabs the lead down the backstretch. Galloway's never won a Gatorade Cup Series race. Can that happen here today? Daniel Lloyd, the 56, to his bottom lane. He'll grab the race lead away. Here comes Mathis Wells, the 18. Galloway's teammates to go 3 wide. Jake Galloway up the racetrack. 3 wide. Shones in the middle. Salada, the 77, down low. Wells side by side with Lloyd. And look like the 56 led the lap. But look at the hungry pack as they enter turn 1. Mathis Wells, the 18, out front and now. Here comes Pena Salada, who came with the most momentum into the chase, trying to get the points to get back up on top. Cars to the wall. Griffin Lynn. Around goes the 7. Anthony Hernandez as well goes around. Dale Lightning spins down to the inside. Crash avoids. 2 cars go spinning towards the inside wall. 3 wide to race us back to the caution flag. Eli Bright, the 88, with Mathis Wells, the 20 behind. Excuse me, that's Steve Taylor and the 20. Back in front, it's going to be Eli Bright. Stephen Taylor, second. As that was close there, race back to the caution flag. But the field gets away. A few cars go for a spin. But otherwise, I don't really think many people make hard contact in this caution flag. Eli Bright leads Stephen Taylor back to the yellow. So we'll see up and down our first caution flag of the day early on here in the Pure Michigan 400. Griffin Lynn goes around, and they wrecked again. Coming back, it's Josh Crash. Jay Jefferson as well. So So chasers were involved, and it was the crash after the fact. Luke Rainey's going to be done. It was the crash after the fact that got the drivers, because I didn't see Luke in that. I think at least 3 or 4 chasers actually got damaged in the second crash. So we'll see what happened for our first crash, and then the crash coming back to the caution flag. So Lynn goes around to start the first crash. We'll see what happened there. Here's Lynn up the racetrack, basically 4 wide in that 7 car, dropping back. He's going to get into the wall pretty hard right here. Come down, Steve Larker is there. 7 gets spun into the 48. Crash does a great job avoiding Dale Lightning, gets hit from behind by Trip McGinnis. The 7 and the 48 go for a spin cycle down the backstretch, both of which I think they both keep it out of the inside wall. Both keep it going straight, no contact made. The only contact was with each other. You can see Lynn there, he gets close to the inside wall. He may have touched it, but not too bad damage. But then all the damage that actually was incurred happened after the fact in turns 3 and 4 with Josh Crash and some of these others. So something had to happen with the 43, is my guess. As here they come, off turn 4, cars are up the racetrack, and that starts with the 6 of Keegan Thompson. Into the wall, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. couldn't lift. Crash trying to avoid, gets into it with Luke Rainey, Jay Jefferson. Davidson gets through the middle of it. There's Torres, there's Galloway. Here comes Hernandez on the 48. He'll get into it. Derek Hamill, the 75. The 43 and the 78 are chasers, and both of which have heavy damage and are possibly done. So this happened with the 6 of Keegan Thompson. They're sliding up the racetrack for some reason right there. The 6 is going to get into the wall, down to Fitzwater. The 6 goes for a spin, Crash on the brakes, couldn't avoid it. Up into Luke Rainey, and then Jay Jefferson with nowhere to go, and Jacob Davidson makes the miss of his lifetime possibly there, as that's going to keep him in the race without damage, and could possibly get him some points heading forward into the chase. So on board with chaser Josh Crash. He saw what happened in front, he just could not get slowed down in time. And that damage for Crash could be good enough to end his race, definitely. Jay Jefferson, the 78, could be the same here. He's been a past winner at Michigan, but his chase has not started out like he's wanted to for the first chase appearance. Yeah, that could possibly end the 78's day. And Jacob Davidson, the 99, he finds a hole through the middle of all this, and he gets through. I'm just very nervous about the damage he actually got off turn 4. That could possibly be pretty big, depending on how hard he hit that wall. So the yellow comes out. Back in front was the number 88 of Eli Bright. He had 3 wins last season, none this season. He's looking to rebound like he did last season in the chase. He won 2 of his 3 wins in the chase last season. Can he do that here again this season? Eli out front in the Pure Michigan 400. Coming back to the restart with lap number 8 and the number 88. Leads the field, Eli Bright, the 88. Anthony Hernandez, the 48, out along with Josh Crash. That's a big blow to his chase. He didn't really get, well, he got a decent amount of points at Pocono, but this is definitely going to hurt him. Luke Rainey out along with Steve Larker. Under the caution flag, Larker had a tire issue, put that car out of the race. But watch for some of these damaged cars. Keegan Thompson, Roberto Rivera, Jay Jefferson, Oliver Galloway, Griffin Lynn, all still left in the race and on the lead lap, especially Jay Jefferson looked pretty damaged. Watch for them to be off speed and possibly affect the outcome of this race if we don't get a few more caution flags. So Eli Bright, as I mentioned, 3 wins last season, looking for his first of the season out front. Stephen Taylor, the 20, trying to get a good start to the chase in second. Tim Gary, third. Peninsula, fourth. TJ Henley, fifth. And then Levi Jones in sixth. Landon Lyons in seventh. Cole Luigi, eighth. Mathis Wells and Danny Lloyd are the front 10. So restart here, lap number 8. Eli steps on the gas, and we're back racing in the Pure Michigan 400. Slide to the outside, Tim Gary. Can he slot back in line is the question. Does Hanley have too big of a run? The A2 got through the gears pretty well. Here comes TJ Hanley for the 4th position. Landline's going to get by Levi Jones to turn 1. And now Taylor getting a little bit of a push from the 26. A little bit of momentum. To the inside looks on the 8 of Eli Brock, turn 2. And down the back stretch. Side by side. The 20 on the inside. Coming is help. The Toyota of TJ Hanley. The Toyota's lined up on the inside. Now Hanley looks to take it 3 wide. A2 gets back up in line. Here they come down the front stretch, side by side. Taylor leads lap 8. Hanley. And the A2 getting the push from Lyons as the third one too big of a run. Does he look to the inside? To turn 1, Max Harrison takes it 3 wide further back. Here comes Landon Lyons at 31. He looked on Hanley. He has a little bit of a run. Trying to get it to work off. Turn 2, flying to the outside wall to 77. Drops back. Back stretch. Still side by side. Lyons trying to get beneath Hanley. He gets to the nose. He gets down there. Here comes Colucci, the 42. Remember we said he was the only chaser that started inside the top 10 here today. He's looking for the lead as they come off turn 4. He's looking 3 wide. Luigi 3 wide for the race lead here at Michigan. Max Harrison's pusher, and then you have the 2 JGR teammates, Jake Galloway and Mathis Wells. Luigi to the point, through 1 and 2, he slides up the racetrack. Max Harrison can get to the bottom lane to 98. Danny Lloyd knocked the outside wall down. Everyone avoid him. Max Harrison to the point. Now Jake Galloway going 3 wide. Mentioned Jake Galloway's never won a Gatorade Cup Series race. He wants to change that here today. JGR showing some strength here at Michigan. As all 3 of the cars up at the front. Now they're looking 4 wide. How's that going to play into it? Wells for the lead on Jake Galloway's looking 4 and even 5 wide in the pack. Into the wall for Landon Lyons. He drops back. Colucci trying to get out of the way. Trying to get up and out of anyone's harm's way. Galloway to the outside wall, sideways. Saves his car. Contact with Max Harrison. Slows the outside lane. Now Trip McGinnis for the race lead. 19 of Trip McGinnis out front. He clears for the lead. Carter Freezer mentioned he had a scary crash here a few seasons ago. He's up to second, the 38 car. Then Eli Bright, the 88, to his bottom lane. Chaos at the front, and we're only a third of the way through. Yeah, only a third of the way done with this Pure Michigan 400. Cars are all over the place. We've seen cars get to the outside wall. Cars going everywhere. Eli Bright for the lead through 1 and 2. He has the run. Side by side. Down the backstretch. Wells to the outside wall. Jake Galloway. Now Justin Lightning puts to the middle lane. The double advantage. Charles coming low. Salada, Yepez. Torres also on the inside lane. Now into Charles, the big run through 3 and 4. To the inside of the 88. They drag race it to lead lap 12. Down low the 00. Gonna get it over Eli Bright. And double foul for the front of the field. A little bit 3 wide for the back. That's Jake out with the 11 falling back. Bright Torres gonna change that. He's gonna make it 3 wide inside the top 5. Estelada takes hard for the lead off turn 2. Down the backstretch. Galloway to the outside wall. Down to Levi Shones. They save it again, but the 11 falling back with the damage on the outside. Charles keeps the lead for now. Peninsula the 77 getting the run. Coming to 17 laps of racing to go. To the inside off turn 4. Trying to get that side draft to pull that 00 back. Stays side by side. The help coming on the inside. No help on the outside. Peninsula the push from Greg Torres to get ahead to turn 1. Gonna get clear into turn 1. Salada, the big push from behind, gets him clear. Now Greg Torres gonna try and change that to the inside. Goes to the 77 as they go side by side for the lead down the backstretch. Galloway continuing to fade back the 11 car with that damage. That damage hitting that wall enough time to make that car tighter. So unless your car is very loose, hitting that wall is only going to hurt it. Especially since this is a racetrack where you like to run a tight setup. Where you run a tight setup normally, so if you knock that wall down a few times, it can make it even tighter. Once again, looking 4 wide. Steven Taylor makes the big move in the 20 car. Salah now the one to the outside wall. One of our chasers gets into it. And now a car blowing up. Is that Levi Shones, the 17? It is. He falls off the pace and at the back of the field. Shones blows up with a big issue. And the driver looked like he had a great car today. Is now blown up at the back of the pack and out of it. Here comes poking aware Lawrence Palpine. He's also our points leader. Looking to extend on that, coming to the halfway point of the Pure Michigan 400. Right towards the 10, leading the field around. 3 wide and even 4 wide for the back. Alexander Rowe had a run. It stalled out. Yepez at the run. He went to the middle lane with it. Rowe now looking 3 wide again. Here comes the 33. Ryan Taylor up top the 09. 3 wide. And now that 17 is done, it has... Oh, yellow is out. Yellow. Caution. Try to see what it's for. Maybe Shones was stopped on one of these straightaways, but that's going to be big for this pack. They're not going to have to deal with lap traffic. It's going to be Greg Torres out front of the 10, Lawrence Palapon in second, and side by side 3 wide for third. At the start finish line, it's going to be Tim Gary in third. And now the pack gets a breather. Second caution flag of the race. I would assume because of the 17 of Levi Shones was stopped on the racetrack, and that saves them from catching Jay Jefferson. And we know now it's going to be restarted with about 10 laps of racing to go here at Michigan. So the pack gets a little breather. Greg Torres out front, and we will see what brought the caution flag. I would assume it was because Levi Shones had his issue and was possibly stopped at a bad part of the racetrack. Yes, this would be the reason for the caution flag. Some oil's being laid down Officials see that. They're trying to keep it green, but right here, Schultz going to stop on the apron with that issue. Obviously, that's a heartbreak for Levi Schultz. He had such a great car, but it's just been a miserable season, a very unlucky season for him, and this kind of just describes it right here. He stops entering turn 3. That is a very dangerous spot. Car's going over 210 miles an hour into that corner. You got to throw the yellow flag for that, but it's going to set up an interesting late race restart. I don't think they're going to have to deal with lap traffic at this point now because of when this yellow flag comes out. So everyone gets to take a breather. They know lap traffic probably will not be an issue. Greg Torres, the 10, is our race leader. Can he hold on? He's dominated since he got to the front, but can Lawrence Palapon win 2 in a row and start the chase with the max points? We're going to find out here on this restart from Michigan. 10 laps to go on the restart, but another one of our chasers with an issue. Sebastian Kukulon from 6th position inside the top 10 for the restart with 10 laps of racing to go. Now blowing up, so that's another Ford with issues. Is this possibly a Ford issue? We saw Steve Larker with his issue. Levi Schoens and now Sebastian Kukulon. Is this something, if you're a Ford, you have to worry about for the rest of this race? You have 10 laps to go. You have a third of the race left. Can your car make it if you're a Ford? That's now 3 Fords with different issues during this race. So Sebastian Kukulon can be done, and that's big for his chase chances. He only got 4 points at Pocono, so he's definitely going to get a lot less, and this could put him towards the back of the points list. So Levi Schoens, the other car, out from that caution flag. Ignition issues for him. We're going to have 36 cars take this green flag. Jay Jefferson can be the last of them. Greg Torres in the 10 is our race leader. Lawrence Palapon is the 1 in 2nd. Tim Gary 3rd. Alex Zero 4th. And TJ Hanley 5th. Then Diego Yepez moves up to 6th. Stephen Taylor going to be 7th. 8th place we have Justin Lightning. 9th is Jonathan Beeford. And Anton Charles Baugh rounds out the top 10. To look at some of our other chasers, Trip McGinnis is now going to be 13th. Cole Luigi 14th. Pena Solana 15th. Back here, Max Harrison will be 19th. And Patrick Smith, 23rd. Looking back, we'll try and find some more. Charles Robert, 29th. Jacob Davison, 31st. It's not been a good day to be a Gatorade Cup Series chase driver. Not many towards the front. Right towards the non-chaser, trying to hold off the field. He has chaser Lawrence Palapon behind him. Palapon looking for a second straight Gatorade Cup Series victory. We'll find out if he can do it. Let's get going at Michigan. 10 to go. Good restart for the 24. He's all over the back of the 10. He looked high. Can he get the run back to the bottom lane? It's the question to turn 1. A2 TJ Hanley all the way to the bottom lane as Tim Gary goes up the racetrack along with Alexander Rowe. Hanley's going to get 2 for 1 the restart. He goes from 5th to 3rd by the time they get off turn 2. Hanley coming fast. Palapon can't get to the 10 quite yet. He's going to need help from behind, I think. Back stretch. Hanley getting the push from Diego Yepez. Now Yepez looking low on the A2, but Hanley with the run from the draft of the 24. Gets clear and is looking for 2nd, but can't get it done. Yepez jumps to the inside first. Diego Yepez for 3rd in the A7. Has a push from Stephen Taylor in the 20. 9 to go at Michigan to turn 1. Palapon sitting duck right there is no help. Yepez to his inside. Down the backstretch is what Greg Torres wants to see, them being side by side, slowing each other down. And Torres has just done a great job. Since he's gotten out front, that car is so strong, no one's been able to touch him. He goes up the racetrack a little bit there through 3 and 4. Yepez getting the run off turn 4, but he goes high. The A7 to the top side. The 20, Stephen Taylor down low, and that's going to allow the 10 to try and pull away again. 8 to go now in the Pure Michigan 400. Leading it is Greg Torres. Stephen Taylor is our first chaser in 2nd. He has a run for the lead through 1 and 2. To the inside in the 10. The draft working for the 20. Side by side, down the backstretch, the 26 going high. Taylor to the bottom, the 26 trying to block that. The 09. Ryan Taylor going with Stephen Taylor, trying to help his brother out. Now the 09 looking to the bottom of the 20. Here he comes down the front stretch for the lead. 7 to go, this time by the Pure Michigan 400. Side by side at the front, and 3 wide for 3rd. That's Jacob Yepez in the A7. Down low in the middle lane, it's Tim Gary. Hanley split top to middle right there. Ryan Taylor out front. Here comes Yepez for the lead. Cars on the wall. They keep it straight down the back stretch. We keep it going green. 3 wide in the pack. Double foul for the lead. Diego Yepez, the 87 to the bottom of Ryan Taylor. Trip McGinnis, Carter Freezy coming back with Eli Brent, the 88. Here they come. 3 wide now for the lead. It's Trip McGinnis, the 19 with the run. 3 wide. Yepez trying to get clear to 6 to go. Here they come to turn 1. 3 wide all over this pack. Trip McGinnis to the 19, he clears. Carter Freezy the 38 coming through. He's going for the lead. Car shuffling out of line, Justin Layton the 71, trying to get away from the field. Here comes Eli Bright, the 88th. He'll go for second. TJ Hanley, the 82 with them. Eli for the lead. He has the run. Here they are side by side. Hanley makes it 3 wide, the 82. He won here in Season 4 for his first career Gary Cup Series victory. Can he get one here today in the Pure Michigan 400 Season 8? He's out front, now he clears. Into trouble on the 003 to second, now looking for the lead. Down the backstretch, Hanley stays clear. I have to mention 5 to go, yellow flag would end it at this point. So you may always want to be out front in case something happens behind. We've seen it so many times. Hanley goes up the racetrack. 0 to the bottom lane, off turn 4. Gets side by side with the 82 down the front stretch. It's going to be Hanley to lead left with 4 to go. But the preferred lane to the 0 right to Charles Bois has the run to the bottom lane, the preferred lane of the racetrack. Can he complete the pass through 1 and 2? He does. Into Charles Bois out front now. Hanley up the racetrack 3 wide. He'll drop back into the outside wall. Around goes TJ Hanley. Yellow flag. This will be it. It's into Charles Bois and Tim Gary. Racing back to the caution flag and the checker flag. Here they are through 3 and 4. Gary with the inside lane. Charles Bois the outside lane. It's a dead heat drag race to the start finish line. Tim Gary inside and Charles Bois outside. Tim Gary, I think, by a nose. Wow. What a drag race back to the start finish line. Hanley goes for a wicked spin out turn 2 to the inside wall. There's the contact. Eli Bright gets torn up in it. And our yellow flag for the third time, and it ends it under the caution flag. But that side-by-side battle, I don't think it could have been any closer. A thousandth. This race was won by Tim Gary by a thousandth over the... Oh, man. Looking for second place. I think he may be ahead, actually. They may have... Yeah, there we go. Into Charles Bois back in line. But, man, Tim Gary wins by a thousandth over Into Charles Bois. Look at this margin right here. At the start finish line, it was a drag race. The 0 trying to get the run off the top. But right there, Tim Gary, I can't even call it. It's so fast here at Michigan. These margins are close, right? I mean, you can barely call it, but it's going to be Tim Gary in victory lane at the end of the day. But now, let's see what happened to TJ Hanley to bring out the caution flag, which is going to end the race prematurely. Hanley goes for a wicked spin off turn 2. We mentioned how this race kind of describes Levi Schoen's season. Well, this race can definitely describe TJ Hanley's season as well. He's had the speed to perform, but when it comes down to the end, he's just somehow caught up in something. Right there, he gets in the outside wall, comes down to Eli, spins him around with Max Anderson, one of our chasers. Hanley goes for a slide down the backstretch towards the inside wall. He'll impact it pretty hard right there. Pretty hard driver's side as well. Eli gets away with some damage, but Hanley takes the worst of it. But Max Anderson, that's a lot of points he just gave up right there. He came into this race with 10 points. He's going to leave now, not that happy. He was third in points coming into the race, but now he's going to be less than that. Look at this hit for Hanley, hard to the inside wall. And then the drag race back to the start-finish line to win the race. Tim Gary, the inside lane through the corner, into trouble at the run off the top side. And right here, this drag race to the start-finish line by inches. It's the 26, barely, over into Charles Bois. We will come back at the checker flag for number 26 and Tim Gary. Second straight chase race, which will end under the caution flag. This time, though, a non-chaser wins it. Tim Gary, the 26, spoiling the chaser's party, as he's going to win the Pure Michigan 400, the second chase race of the season. Great job to that 26 team, just beating out Anton Charles Bois back to the caution flag. It was side by side, dead even all the way to the line. And to the checkered flag, Tim Gary, the 26, with the victory in the Pure Michigan 400 here at the Michigan International Speedway. Ford takes home the win here at Michigan. Gary wins the race. Now the big thing is, let's go see how the points are shaking up due to this race. Here are the finish results from the Pure Michigan 400 at the Michigan International Speedway. 3 caution flags for 11 laps, the one that ended the race under the green flag as well, under the caution flag as well, and 13 lead changes, 12 different drivers lead laps in this race. Tim Gary, a non-chaser, brings home with the victory here at Michigan, beating Anton Charles Bois by 1,000th of a second. Stephen Taylor, our highest chaser, ends up 3rd, Justin Lightning 4th, and Carter Friesen in 5th. Then Ryan Taylor, Danny Lloyd, Diego Pez, Trip McGinnis, a chaser, and Jeff Ryder, pole sitter, ending up inside the top 10. Greg Torres, most laps led in 12th with 9 of the 30 laps led, but it was just a horrible day for these chasers. Only 2 of the top 10 were chasers, Stephen Taylor and Trip McGinnis. You look down here, our next chaser was Lawrence Palmpon in 16th. So inside the top 15, only 2 chasers. So that bad day for chasers here at Michigan, but that really helps some drivers that maybe you think have a bad day. If you're Patrick Smith, you're like, man, I finished 19th. That's not a great day for points. But in the end, all your chasers finished right around you. Patrick Smith still got 7 points out of the day, even though it was a 19th place finish. Look down. Same with Cole Luigi, 21st. It didn't look like it was going to be a great day for him. He's really mid-pack. He really could not get up to the front. If he was up front, he couldn't hold it. He got 6 points, so he's still up there in contention. But how about Steven Taylor, though? Worst to first. He got the least amount of points at Pocono. Comes back here at Michigan, gets the most amount of points, moves him up in the point standings at the right side of the point standings. Lawrence Poundpond, another great chase finish for him in terms of points. He gets double-digit points now in both these races, up to 22 points. Trip McGinnis has 19 points to look at. Cole Luigi with 17 on down, and some others. Max Anderson also has 14, along with Pena Solano with 14. Jacob Davidson has 14. Steven Taylor 13. So, I mean, it's actually kind of close. If Lawrence Poundpond has a bad race and maybe Cole Luigi and some of these others have decent days, it could be a lot closer. And we're not even close to being done with the chase. That's only 2 of the 12 chase races down. We're looking forward to our 3rd chase race of the season, though, as we're going to head to Pensacola for the Can-Am 500. Pack racing in the chase. Let's see how these drivers perform. I will see you guys then.